The National Aeromodeling Championships, more commonly known as the NATS, is AMA's premier competition held every year at the International Aeromodeling Center in Muncie, Indiana. Lasting a month in length and spanning every corner of the hobby, the NATS truly is a celebration of model aviation like no other. Through the heart of competition, it uniquely brings together modelers from around the country and concentrates their passion, ideas, and camaraderie onto one single flying field. And while the event serves as a spotlight for those extremely talented pilots who participate, they alone aren't the only ones who deserve to be recognized. There can be no place to gather, to compete, and for the NATS to function at all without countless volunteers giving their time to the hobby. There is a basic core of volunteer roles that make this event happen. Those include the contest director, and then below that, the essential roles of judges and scorekeepers. There may be more roles depending on the unique needs of an event, but at its core, those are the universal three. To take a look at how this operates, let's dive behind the scenes of control line combat at the 2024 NATS.
So my name is Dave Edwards. I've been event director for about 10 years, although I've been working at the NATS for a few years prior. And it's a lot of work to get that done. And so somebody has to be the volunteers. To run a big event can take 6 or 8 volunteers to get the event going. And if we get people traveling from all over the country and all over the world to come fly, I'm willing to put in a few days and make sure that the event runs well. My role is to make sure, first off, that the event is organized, that we have the right people registered, that the right pilots show up, that they know the rules. The basic rules of engagement are clear to everybody. Some people are new to the sport. Some people have been around flying for many, many decades. And then getting equipment ready. So you saw we have a timer clock. We have equipment that's necessary for stopwatches and a lot of other equipment necessary to run. I make sure that all that's ready. And then during the events, I help make sure that the events start, that I do the judging of the infractions, and then the scorekeeping. And that's done with a team of people, not just myself. We have people that are running stopwatches, we have people that are looking for cuts, and then keeping the score of win-losses and keeping track of the events. So in some sense, I'm trying to do all of that with the judges. The best thing that the judges can do is not be part of the result, right? Having good calls, talking it over, trying to make sure we get the rules right, interpreting it right. The pilots want to come all the way across the country to have a fair contest and one that's done to the rules. And so we do the best we can to make sure that that's how we run the contest. And I think the pilots appreciate that.
When the match starts, we catches airtime. We've got a stopwatch in our hands. Then you're counting cuts that we each take one guy. And we count the cuts our guy makes on his opponent's streamer. And if there's, in this event, it's a kill event like today, if he cuts the string. If there's a cut of string in a kill event, the match is over. And we also look for any infractions as far as sportsmanship or illegal maneuvering before the horn blows, which, is their signal to commence combat. And just anything that's against the rules that might put someone at a disadvantage.
Usually, me and Chris are both cut counters. We'll stand right next to each other and do our timing, and we'll kind of collaborate on, there's a cut on blue, there's a cut on orange, so we both see the same thing. Sometimes I'll miss a little cut, and he'll point it out, there goes the cut, and then I'll see it too. But so it's kind of good to stand right next to your other judge and work together.
And whenever there's something that was kind of a tough call to make, usually the group of cut judges and event director Dave, we all get together and talk over what we saw and make sure we all saw the same thing before we render a decision.
I never judged in my life, and now I realize how valuable the judges are. It's one of them things that, someone's got to do it to put a contest on. Without people like Chris and Dave, it don't happen.
Oh, please, we could always use more help. Come on down, we will train you, and it's not hard to do. And after you've done it for a few contests, you get pretty good at it. Both of my kids grew up in the sport, and both of them are very competent judges as well.
If you are interested in volunteering, reach out to your desired event's Special Interest Group or SIG for more information. Or next time you attend the Nats in person, ask those volunteering how you can get involved.